this story doesn't make sense. Now, I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm not saying that he hasn't done things that, you know, he should be on trial for, because I don't know. I don't know that about you who's watching this. I knew to myself, that story doesn't make sense. So for those of you who haven't heard the story.
13-year-old girl, VMA Awards 2000.
2000,
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was wandering around and bumped into some kind of limo driver. She was trying to get access in. This is all alleged based upon the civil proceedings kind of thing, however it's been laid out. I need to get access into this thing. Strange enough, this adult who has a job, who drives around celebrities, says, okay, you may not look 13. Okay, that's not a problem at all. You can't get in here. But what I will do is there is an after party, and I can potentially arrange access for you to get into this after party.
So she gets to this after party, yeah, after driving 5 hours with a friend, meets the limo driver who says, you're what Puff Daddy likes, like a young girl, ends up in the VMAs after party where she was allegedly assaulted and then attacked one of the guys or two of the guys and then escaped the building after being. Then her father picked her up and drove 5 hours back home. They didn't report it to the police. They didn't report anything. Waited 24 years and now it's coming out. When these allegations came on the internet, Noble, if you went into the comment sections, people were excited, happy. There were comments like, finally they got him. There were comments like, I knew this day would come. There were loads of comments, and I remember saying to myself, damn, we're at a place now where you're saying that this man is a you're saying that the man, a 13-year-old girl. When you make a claim like that, yeah, when a claim like that is made, we have to know that that has truth to it before actually finding a person guilty. I don't know if you've watched this, Noble, but the alleged victim came out yesterday on an interview. The father came out, said he don't remember driving 5 hours. Yes, said the father of the person came out and said he don't remember. She also said that there are many things that she made mistakes with in the story. And now the case is looking, though, Jay-Z will be cleared because there was nothing there to suggest that there was facts in what was being alleged.
Aaliyah, I Miss You. Remember that? Rise in Paradise, Aaliyah.
Yeah, the song, I Miss You.
The song. Yep. With everyone in there, Missy Elliott, everybody doing a damn thing. Before she died, sibling. Now, you may be able to correct me on this, but from my recollection, there was a triune, wasn't there? Aaliyah was in the middle. We had R. Kelly, who married her illegally in Vegas at the age of what? How old is she? 14?
14, yeah.
Wasn't Jay-Z had some relations with her at some point?
They allegedly had relations when she was of age.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, of age now, doing the math and all that, Jay-Z's older than me, sibling. Aaliyah, if she was still alive now, she's much younger than me. There was an age difference at that point. So with the clouds are already there, so I can understand the sentiment of people saying, finally, yo, and let's not forget.
But we can't skate over that though, because there's an age gap. Yes, there is. But was it illegal?
I know.
Like if we're gonna frame this as morally wrong, then we gotta go into morally wrong. But the facts are that since the beginning of time,
yes,
I don't agree with it. But older men get with younger women. So in one breath, we watch Hugh Hefner when we were growing up, who had a mansion full of women that could have been his granddaughter. Yeah, there was no problem there. We've been seeing all these billionaire football club owners, billionaire American football. Are any of their wives their age? The same way how we saying, okay, it's wrong for him to do that. I wouldn't do it again. But them guys are doing the same thing. Why is it that, he's, all these other men can have a young thing, a young 20, sometimes 20 years younger, sometimes 30 years younger. No one bats an eyelid. No one bats an eyelid. Jay-Z does it again. I have to say this because people think that like I love Jay-Z also. I don't get it. What's the difference? What they're doing, like I said, is they are putting the face of heinous acts onto hip-hop entertainers. Now, let me explain this now. I've watched a lot of documentaries. One thing about is this, you know. A doesn't abuse a person once. And that means you're attracted and aroused by a minor. So you know what that means? That you will do that again and do that again and do that again. A man who's in Jay-Z's position would have struggled between then and now to keep, especially since 2015, which marked the start of the Me Too era, when all these men were being called out. That would have been something very, very difficult to keep out of the public eye. Now, I'm not saying that he hasn't done it, but I'm saying that let's isolate Aaliyah, let's isolate Beyonce, Jay-Z and Puffy. When I was growing up, them man were rivals. It's only since all that black excellence stuff and that you seen them actually together. Before, Jay was kind of almost jealous of Puff Daddy. I tell you straight, until he become a mogul. Listen to the flavor in your ear freestyle from Jay. That's a Puff Daddy diss, you know. There weren't brethrens like people are framing it.
I didn't even know that there was a...
I'm showing you how much I was into this.
See.
This is what I'm saying. Remember, you had Bad Boy in New York, and you had Rockefeller. Them were the two head honchos in New York.
Yes. And then Murder Inc. slowly running on the third place.
Murder Inc. came up, but it was Jay-Z and Diddy, because Diddy had Biggie, Mace, Shine, The Lox, all the list goes on. Jay-Z had Memphis Bleak, Beanie Siegel, State Property, the list goes on. Diddy produced more hit songs at the time, so Jay-Z was always rivaling him. There was always a rival. It was only once Jay-Z become this mogul that you actually seen them together. So when people are, he must have knew what was going on. How? And even if I know a man and he's doing them things and I don't know, how can you find me guilty by association? What we've got to start doing, we're too fast, to jump on what the mainstream are feeding us. The fact the mainstream picked this up is crazy, because when you listen to her actually speak, if you've got common sense, it doesn't make sense. But people are so insistent on this man being like some sort of sicko, some sort of person who commits heinous acts, that even when the story don't make sense, they say, oh, he's paid him. Even though he himself said, I'm not paying him nothing. And also, I want to know who's the person who's accusing me. But yeah, he's paid. There's too much people that, I'm going to say it as it is, you know. People don't like to see others in a position of success. A lot of people hate them. A lot of people hate Jay-Z and Beyonce. A lot of people just hate them. And I'm saying to myself, like, one girl that I know messaged me, she's like, yo, yeah, my man's the devil, A, B, or C. And I'm like, how do you know that? Like, what is it that you know to say that about someone? And she couldn't answer me. The video she sent me was all propaganda. There was nothing concrete. Oh, them man's, he done this to Rihanna. But if Rihanna don't testify, then it didn't happen. I can just say, I don't even like verbalizing these things, even as an example. But a man can just say, yo, that man over there touched the youth.
Yeah.
Now, he's guilty. Like, what if he didn't? What if he didn't do it? Like, we've got to understand that the witch hunt is not the way forward. Let these things play out. This is someone who, 24 years ago, at 13, they didn't report it. They didn't say anything. And even now, they're just on some, they want money. Like, when you're a 13-year-old who was, that would have been one of the most traumatic experiences that she's probably went through in her life.
Scenario A, that happens to a 13-year-old child. She's never the same after. She turns into the prototypical, she was abused, and then what happens? She turns to drugs and she becomes a prostitute. That's A. B, That same traumatic event happens to that 13-year-old girl, and she seeks help straight away and goes through counseling and goes and tries to seek justice for the heinous act which was perpetrated against her. Then you got to see, again, the brain, the mind, is doing some things with all of the A, B, and C. It's trying to protect that person from the trauma that's happened. Now, sometimes it will lock that whole event away, because if you revisit that, it's more pain, it's more trauma, and it's going to lead you to a place where you can turn to drugs, you can turn to self-harming, you can go to the most extreme. So it's not as cut and dry. Come on, that's as we know, abuse is the worst. Is especially from, I'm not even especially male or female, because if a man he gets, it's no different to a woman getting. Someone physically taking something from you by force or by drugs, that's horrible, man.
100%.
How do you cope with that? As a man, how would you cope with the fact that you went out, something, someone slipped? I mean, it's devilish, man, slipping Mickeys in people's drink, and then you wake up and your rear end's crazy. You wouldn't want to tell nobody.
Think about how the media's promoting this. They're saying she went into a room, Jay-Z was in there, Diddy was in there, and Celebrity B, which is meant to be a girl. So why is that woman's name not being mentioned? Why? People are not seeing this, man. What they're doing is conditioning us. The next few years, they're going to condition us by constantly putting allegation. It'll be someone else. They'll find somebody else early next year, and they'll slap him with, yo, he did this, he did that, he did this, to get our mind used to.
Yeah.
Last year, was Diddy convicted of anything to do with pedo? Go last year and find anything to do with on Diddy. Not one thing. It was this year when I believe they realized, yo, there's not really nothing that's going to stick, in regard to the Tupac killing and all the stuff that was heavily promoted.
Yes.
So here what? Let's go to plan B. And now it's, man had youths and all this and was trafficking. And hold on, you didn't say all that before?
No.
So I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying my common sense tells me that is way more heinous than anything else you said. So why didn't you lead with that?
Lead with it, exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
Go to the lighter things at the end. Like, we're going to go for the worst stuff first. Oh, we can't get you on that, Mr. Sean Combs. No problem. We're going to get you on drugs. We're going to get you on this thing. We're going to get you on the Baby Oil thing. This is like, there's all memes about it. There's people saying, no Diddy. Huh? But then 5 years, no, not even 5 years ago, remember, and I mentioned this before, he came to London, Mark. When was that? 2 years ago?
Right before this happened, last year, right before the conviction, right before all that came out, he was in London.
And what was happening? What was the black British artists doing, Mark?
They were loving it. All of them were loving it. Gigs, I'll say names. Gigs, ZZ. He was on ZZ and Sideman show. Gigs, all these different man. All these man when he was here loved him.
Come on.
So what you telling me then? Okay, so they loved him. They were all around him. Remember, all these allegations are out there about him killing Tupac, and everyone was still around him.
Still there.
So if you're saying that Jay-Z is guilty by association, so is everybody else.
Come on. What was Giggs doing? What was Giggs doing at the
rolling with him? Huh? Rolling on stage, videos, everything. Like real close friends. So what I'm saying is, the media are lining this thing up in a way to say, you know what, the new face of these type of things, we're gonna put it on you,
Yeah.
And our blogs and our media are all but too happy to promote this. When we promote it, all we're seeing is people happy about it.
Yeah, man. Because what does that do, Mark? That takes the attention away from the Hugh Edwards.
Exactly.
It takes the attention away from the Prince Andrews. It takes the attention away from the Gary Glitters, the Rolf Harrises, Epstein, Weinstein, all of them people, huh? What we talking about? We can go back. We can go onto the damn whatever streaming movie platform you use, and we can type in Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, and what happens? Mr. Axel Foley, aka Eddie Murphy, him did there, and where them did there and sibling, Them did there at Hugh Hefner's thing with the gal them in the bikinis, they're
You know what I'm
shaking,
saying?
they're doing the thizzle wiggle sibling, and they're promoting that. Yo, it's Hugh Hefner, man. We're at the Playboy Mansion. This is the life. This is every man's dream. I'm rich man, and he's got 100 trillion or that gal, man. Huh? That's the flex, boss.
Promoted, celebrated,
Promoted,
specials. But guess what? Not one thing. Look how many years he was doing that. Nothing's come out. Nothing.
Did you know? Here's a fun fact. Siblings and listeners. Did you know that there's tunnels connecting Hugh Hefner's house? Laurel Canyon, siblings, listeners. Do the knowledge. Just type in Laurel Canyon and look at that thing and see who was coming up at Laurel Canyon in the 60s and 70s, promoting and creating this hippie scene and the Doors, the Eagles, and all, the Beach Boys and all that there. Nothing new under the damn sun.
That's a fact.
All they're doing is changing the language of the game and saying now the black man is the devil. He always was the devil. We got this new technological means to paint this dude, to manipulate and to change the minds of everybody.
That's it. And this is what I'm saying. There's no defense for what we don't know. But what we do know is allegations are coming out that don't really have no concrete evidence to them. Like, I remember when you put that stain on a man, yeah, it don't come off. Because even if the man says, even if the man proves his innocence, people are going to say, well, he's got money, so he's able to prove his innocence. There's no way of winning. There's no way to win. You're guilty once accused, and they've slowly ushered this in now to where that stain is over hip hop. The hate for this man, and I get what people are saying. Like, I didn't know all that history with Dr. York and all of that. I never knew that history, but I'm saying between then and now, yeah, no matter what people want to say about business practices and stuff, yeah, which, most people that are local don't know how to do business. Never mind if they were dealing with millions.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Most people, you'll have a man talking about, yeah, my man didn't pay this man or didn't pay, and you're somebody that's scamming people yourself.
Come on.
So you got to understand these things. Now,
accountability.
Exactly. It's all about accountability. For me, people are very, very invested in the demise of these people. Like, people are literally like, yeah, Beyonce and where, and I'm like, where are you like getting this info from? Where on the internet? So so what I'm saying to you, Noble, if someone makes a video saying that I've done something like that, yeah, man's gonna say I did that.
Yeah, Mark.
So my character, I won't even be able to combat these allegations. That's where a lot of men they're doing what you're doing is dangerous, because look, them lot that are in the mainstream, they're just the example. What happens when you're in the workplace,
Mark?
What happens then?
You've dropped these jewels so many times, and we're gonna reuse the jewels, man, because the jewels are forever.
That's a fact.
You remember when you was talking about that era when there was, Mark, he's a Freemason, You see that Rockefeller? He's on that Freemason vibe. Blood sacrifice, the Illuminati. This is all flipping child business, boss. They were talking that stuff, and I'm like, you've only now just woke up to Freemasonry and lodges and Illuminati, and now we're associating it. But don't get it twisted. These people, the music is like, okay, Jay-Z, Rihanna, all these big artists, hip-hop artists, Cardi B, all these people, right? Even to now, the new people who are allegedly hip-hop, they don't go to the movie set, to the video shoot and say, this is the video, this is what I want to sit in a bath, that looks like blood, and I want to do this, I want stuff dripping. They don't do none of that. They just make the damn music,
pop it,
turn up at the set, and then they make the damn movie. Oh, yeah, no. We need you to do this. We need to do the rock sign this many times. No. You didn't do it right. We need you to take it again. And then the video comes out. And then studious people will then say, oh, look, they're flashing the symbols. That's a Freemasonry stance. Like, we know that the entertainment industry is satanic at best. Right?
But we don't own it.
Entertaining, obviously. This is the damn point.
We don't have no marketing, none of that.
None of it.
It's them that are putting that on us. Even like you just said, I'm so glad you just said that. The DMX album cover, When he's
Come on.
standing there with all the blood dripping,
Flesh is my flesh, blood
it's
is my
somebody
blood.
in the background who's saying, yo, listen, this is how we need to do it. And what I'm saying to you is, yeah, that's how we introduce degeneracy. We introduce degeneracy. Now, look, I'm going to put a picture up. I had to screenshot this for the stream, yeah, because I want to explain to you how they are doing this, how they're doing it. So watch this now. So, all right, people, this is a comment that I personally screenshotted, and I'm going to read it. So it says, I can't even watch. They are so dark, so evil and powerful. This does not surprise me. I believe they are the worst amongst Hollywood, period. Now, when she's saying they, Noble, who's she talking about?
Well, that's what I'm trying to ask you. Is she talking about Jay-Z and Beyonce, I take it?
That comment is on the video, which I want to play that audio in a second, of the accuser telling the story. Now, this woman's upset because the story don't make sense, and she's saying, you know, these men are they're the worst amongst Hollywood. So they've pivoted because they're trying to put the face of all that madness on the black entertainers. When the black entertainers don't have nothing. Look how fast. Let's really keep this thing 1,000 right now, yeah? Look how fast Diddy fell. Look how fast he fell, Noble. In less than 12 months, a career that... And again, I gotta say this because people just don't understand. There's no defense here. I'm only speaking on facts. A career that spanned over 25 years, Noble, that was responsible for a lot of legends, just to name two, Mary J. Blige, Biggie. In 12 months went from that to now part of the same culture that person comes from, have made up a word. No Diddy. Yeah. So he's completely been stripped. Now, the reason I'm giving that example is to say, if these men had the power you thought they had, could that happen that fast? People, stay on track. Use your head. If these men was as powerful as these people are making out, how come they can't stop their own demise?
They're puppets, Mark, and this
exactly.
is what people fail to realize.
Paid puppets, and now them man are saying, we done. You man are out. The money means nothing. How long have we been saying, yo, money, yeah, we love money. I love money, but it's not the be all and end all. Oh, nah, man, you need it. Nah, you need more art. Okay, Diddy's meant to have $1 billion. Would you swap with him right now? He's got $1 billion in the bank, they say. Would you swap your life with him? No, you wouldn't. So that shows you the money means nothing. Those elitists, yeah, they know the money means nothing.
Come on.
They know the reputation means way more. Means way more. Do we not still speak about Shakespeare and all these, man? Them man was around hundreds. I don't know exactly when, but a long time ago. But the works they put in still live on today.
Exactly.
So tarnishing a man's name, it's like they know what they're doing. They help promote them Diddy parties. What people don't understand, yeah, a lot of them Diddy parties, Noble, was on VH1.
Come on.
VH1 televised these things. The last few years, probably the last 10, I've been seeing all kind of madness. Gal dressed half naked, normalizing this, all kind of madness has came in within that time frame. All kind of madness. They've put these things on hip hop to say, yo, that's the face of all this. Jay-Z, the man's got a 12-year-old daughter and saying he abused a 13-year-old. She has to read that. Now, I'm saying you have to have it right so anyone can say anything. So we're in a time frame now. All right, cool. So when you're in your workplace and you're doing OT and there's a girl in there with you doing OT or whatever, and then she says, why were we doing OT, A, B, or C? You're going to want somebody who thinks like me on your side, who wants to look at the facts. But man hate these celebrities that much that an accusation...
Why? Why do they hate the celebrities so much, Mark? Well, why do you think that is?
No, but this has been going on for a long time. I always give the example that back in the day, there was a high-rise flat in Aston. And in this flat, there was a brother who used to have an open yard. And mans were in there eating fish and chips because there was a chippy downstairs. Mans were drinking fizzy Rubicons. Mans were watching DVDs.
Come on, sibling.
And on these DVDs, yeah, I remember sitting down and saying, yo,
Come on.
just bare Jay-Z, this a narrator going over things, and I'm saying, I get all of that, yeah, but why is it only our celebrities that are doing all of this? A generation was conditioned at that time to believe that any man who is successful didn't do it sincerely. Man always need an excuse as to why they have failed.
That's it. It's the lack of internally being externalized. Oh, because I'm a failure, because I haven't got the tenacity, because I haven't potentially used a talent which isn't maybe rapping, and utilize that to be successful myself. Yeah. Anybody who's successful, how have they been successful and I haven't? The difference is they've got drive, tenacity, determination. They're being dogmatic with the thing, and success has followed them. You, on the other hand, misery loves company. You're drinking your Rubicon. Now in 2024, it's not the Rubicon of back then where it had full sugar in there. It's got aspartame K in there. It's got saccharose. It's got aspartame in there. You're eating food now, which isn't even food. You're getting zapped by all these damn chemicals. You're drinking water out the tap, government juice with the fluoride in it. Yeah, you crazy flipping space monkeys.
They're starting to change the rules of the game. Like, okay, certain man need to, for certain man, we got to get them up out of here. And we're all but too happy to support this. Yeah. And I'm saying, no, I'm with everybody else, you know. If these men are guilty, put them under the jail. But let's be logical about this. Let's look at the facts of the case. Does it make sense, first of all? Does it make sense, first of all? Because, Noble, a 13-year-old girl couldn't punch me and affect me.
Escape. And
remember, if I'm forcing you to stay there, like, come on, people. She escaped and then got in. Then her dad drove 5 hours to pick her up and 5 hours to drop her back. Come on, folks. All I'm saying is, let's use our head. They're showing us, yo, you, man, we're going to set the precedents. Yeah. So now, guess what? That will trickle down. A little school teacher now or whatever, a heinous axe gets slapped on him. His life's over. He ain't Jay-Z. He don't have money. He don't have money like that. His life's over because no one even wants to hear his side of the argument. But someone can do that. And the black man, remember, it's easy to mash up a black man. Look, Remy Ma and Papoose, yeah? Let's talk about it. These like were promoting black love, songs, all kind of TV shows. Yeah, black love. She went on about this man like he was the best thing since sliced bread. What do I always say, Noble, about relationships? They go through seasons, innit? They look like they've hit a season where times have got hard. It looks like Remy stepped out on him. Looks like it. We don't know for a fact. But she was with that Easy, the block captain. Now we find out Papoose is with the boxer Clarissa Shields. After all that promotion of black love, this, that, children, ABOC, couple goals, they've hit a season, a winter season.
Yes.
You know what Remy accused him of? She said he used to beat me. Now, what I'm saying to you is that could be true, but you've waited now until you've broke up and things have gone bad to say that. Now, I'm saying now, he may have did it, he may not have, but why are you telling us now? Because you know that by saying that kills him. You say, my man beat me. You know that is over for him now. She knows that he's the CEO of a big company, that TuneCore. He's the CEO of TuneCore. You know that, innit?
Oh, no.
Which is one of them like music platforms.
See?
So putting that kind of heinous act out against, saying that he done that hurts him. And this is what I'm saying to these men. Understand that these heinous accusations, yeah, won't stop. And when you're here commenting today for a man you don't know, neither of us know Jay-Z. We see his career, but we don't know the man. We don't know him. We don't know him from nowhere. The man could be everything they say he is. The man might not be nothing they say he is. What we're saying is we can't give people a platform to be able to ruin other people without facts. If that's what we're doing now, we're in a very dangerous era. Very dangerous era, because that means that most men, like you see, like even me, Noble, Do you think I'd ever be in a position where somebody could even...
Come on.
You see what I'm trying to say? And the reason for that is based on all of this, because I know that, you'll never be in a position to slap me with nothing like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what we've got to now.